What's up, my Radical Squad? My name is DelmarshaeWalker. Welcome back to my channel, and I hope everyone is having a great day today. What I want to talk about in this video is mind control and how it happens over time without us even noticing it happening. And I want to kind of use Disney as an example. I'm sorry about my voice. So I just want to use Disney as an example. I'm in Orlando, so I grew up, with Disney from as far back as I can remember. And I have went to Disney as a child. I looked at the television programs. I had some of their books. I watched the cartoons, the animations, the movies, and everything. And as a child, you don't really understand what you're seeing. You're just kind of excited at the same time. But when you look back at certain things as an adult and kind of really think about it, especially if you're a Christian and you're looking back at Disney as an adult, you see they have been slipping in subliminal messaging, mind control, and we have more or less accepted it as normal, as okay. So the things that we're seeing now isn't really, if you truly think about it, isn't really anything new to what Disney was doing. They're just bolder with it and more open and upfront with it and more or less verbalizing it. Because when you look back at their cartoons, a lot of their animations dealt with, like with Bambi, for example, the mother was killed. Finding Nemo, the mother was killed. Some of the cartoons, some of their other cartoons, you would see that, like with Beauty and the Beast, she's kidnapped and held hostage by a beast. She falls in love with this beast. He's very abusive to her, but then she ended up falling in love with the animal, which we're not supposed to do. You see in some of their cartoons, they're kissing, the princess and the frog. She has to kiss the frog. And different things like that they made normal, made okay. Then you see a lot of magic in Disney. I think like one of their first movies, Fantasia, with Mickey Mouse, he's down there and the mop moving by itself, the bucket's moving by itself. So it's like all this stuff was already out there in Disney. It dealt with a lot of magic, it dealt with a lot of fairy tales, it dealt with a lot of spirits and different things like that. And they were showing that to kids. And like I said before, a lot of their cartoons have to do with a dysfunctional family, a separated family, kids being orphaned. So they're programming you to not have that family structure where it's the father, the mother, and the kids. So that was kind of like programmed in it earlier. It's when you really just look back at those cartoons and you see the imagery that's in there, you'll be thinking like, wow. And kids, we watch this as kids, and a lot of stuff that we shouldn't have been watching as kids. And then as Christians, a lot of stuff that we shouldn't have been watching. But we have the mindset, well, it's not that bad, it's okay, well, it's just small, or it's just a cartoon, or it's just a fairy tale. But all that stuff leads back to a world that we're not supposed to be a part of. I'm not telling you what to do as far as going to Disney, supporting Disney, not supporting Disney. That's on you. But I'm just talking about the mindset and the mind control that they have been doing over years. And that's why now they feel more bolden to do and make cartoons about Satan and do all this stuff and just more or less come out with what they have been doing throughout the years. Disney is really not a family-oriented place when you look at the things they have in place, like I said, with their cartoons and everything like that. And so it's just that the world that we live in now, they start small and they keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and then we keep accepting. But anytime we mention a Christian this or a Christian that, just like when they took Christian out, the Bible out of schools, and anything we say as Christian, they want to look at it as evil. They want to look at it as hateful. They want to look at it as we're being mean to them, even if we just hold the Bible up, it's like, oh, you're holding the Bible, you're being mean, you're being hateful, you're being this and you're being that. But they never look at themselves as far as what they're doing, how they're, have these agendas and different things like that. And so, along with the mind control, I want to kind of show a part of a video. I think I did this video about 5 months ago. So I want to kind of add that video in here. And the reason I'm tying in the continent of Africa and the Black people in America, like I said, they treat us like we're the bottom. We're at the bottom. And that we need everyone else that's above us. We need to, we're at the bottom and we're struggling to get up to the top. We're struggling to make it up to the top. But I want to do a mind switch. I want everyone to think about it in a different way. Because in reality, as Black people, as reality as Africans, in the continent of Africa, they're not less than, Africa is one of the richest countries in the world. So in reality, they really don't need help from anyone else. They just need to learn how to work together, stop killing each other, and work together and get their own gold, get their own diamonds, get their own oil and all that, their gas, their natural resource, and build up the continent of Africa. And the same thing over here in America, we need to stop fighting each other and start building up our own infrastructure, because we're not getting help from the outside. Because like I said, they have us with the mindset that we're at the bottom. But like I said, with the mindset shift should come in play with this. Anytime you're building a building, you don't start at the top, you start at the bottom. So in reality, the bottom is the strongest part of that building. If the foundation is weak, it's almost like in the Bible when Jesus said you build your house on sand, what would happen? It would end up falling apart compared to building your house on, I think he said stone. I forget exactly how it goes. But when you build your house on a solid foundation, it will stand. So if we're at the bottom, that means we're the foundation of America. We're the foundation in the United States. We're the foundation in Africa. If we break away, everything else is going to topple down. Everything else is going to fall. So we're not the one that need. We are needed. So once we get that mind shift to understand that, hey, yeah, we are the foundation. It's not a bad thing, because we are the foundation that's holding America together. We are the foundation that's holding the continent, well, basically the world, because the world keep going to Africa, taking their resource, whether it's the people, whether it's the gold, whether it's the diamonds, whether it's all these other natural, they was killing animals over there. China was killing animals, getting their tufts, the elephant tufts. They was going over there, getting everything off the continent of Africa and taking it back to where they're going. So that means in reality, we are the foundation of the world. We build the world up. And so therefore, we're not needy. We need it. We're needed. And we need to get that mindset shift in place and start doing what we need to do. And you see in that video how I was talking about changing the mindset. We need to change the way we think of things. We need to change the way we actually look at this world and see this world for what it really is. It's like, I think a lot of times we have had blinders on. We have been sleeping. We have been accepting things we shouldn't accept. We have been trying to knock down doors that was never meant for us to be in. And we always like to say, when God closed one door, he'll open another. And if God closes a door, it's not meant for us to go in there. That's not the place for us to be. We have had doors closed that we should have never been trying to get in, but we have been trying to get in. And so we just need to just do a mind shift and see the world for what it is. I'm not saying hate anyone, because hating is just a waste of time. It's like the only thing you can do is try to love everyone. If people accept your love, if people accept your kindness, that's great. If people don't accept your love, if people don't accept your kindness, leave them where they're at and just move on from it. So, and then focus more on, this is where I am, this is where I want to go. So what steps do I need to take to get from here to there? What mindset do I have that I need to change to help me get from here to there? And so that's the only thing you can do. It's like we can only work together, work with people who's willing to work with us, share knowledge with people who's willing to hear us, and like I said, just work with people who actually want to see you get to the next level. Work with people who actually have your best interests at heart. Work with people who's not going to try to use you or take advantage of you or try to hold you down in order for them to get up or get ahead of you. You know, just make sure that you're doing everything that you can to protect yourself and put yourself in a better position, so you can put your family in a better position, so you can have a healthier, happier, and more independent life. Because as long as we try to continue to do the things we have been doing, we're going to continue to get the results that we always have been getting. It's 2023. We're still having the same conversations that they had back in the 60s, in the 50s. And so we shouldn't even be having those conversations now. So the only thing is going to change is us. We have to change. We have to make the change. Everything that's not forward moving, leave it behind. Everything that's holding you down, cut it loose. Just have that mentality and just look and keep moving forward. And if you see these hats behind me, and if you like these hats, I will leave the link down in the description box. But that's basically all I want to say. Peace.